It up just in time. Neilio turnover and stolen by Bernie Vince. That's an ugly start for Greater Western Sydney.
That's certainly not the start they wanted. GWS just looking to cross the ball up here, running out of defence as I'm worn out from running up those stairs, I must say. But terrible turnover, 2 metres out from goal. And the Crows are on the board. And we spoke about Steve Cornelio. Had a shocking day by foot last week, going at 28%. Not the start he needed either.
So now the switch you spoke of. This is Luke Brown, first gamer for the Adelaide Crows. To Henderson. To Thompson.
Yeah, Scotty Thompson did that really well. Just power run, 100 metres to get into space.
Back to McKay. To tie the scores again. Not a lot of breeze to speak of out there. It's plenty on the kick. Through the middle and scores a level.
And they're on here through the middle of the ground.
Trying to build their fan base. Rutten can go all the way if he wants to. Thinks about it.
Oh, he shanked it.
And it'll work. Poor pleasure. Hasn't had more than 20 possessions or kicked more than 3 goals in a game this year. Jason Poor Pleasure. No Tippett, no Walker. Big opportunity this afternoon. Crows in front. Flick down. Calnan. Bernie Vince. Bread and butter. Stood his ground.
No, well, that's the thing. Rutten, well, there's 50-metre penalty just knocked out of the hands of Ben Rutten from Jeremy Cameron.
He might get that goal he wanted in his debut game. So he knows how to kick them. Hasn't kicked one this year. And he has now. 2 in a row for the Giants after the Adelaide Crows kicked 4 in a row. Douglas. Calnan. Had a shot in the opening term, hit the post. Strikes this nicely. Goal umpire did not move.
Yeah, that was the ankle. It looked like it was a right ankle, just got pinned under him when he dropped that mark.
Poor pleasure. 45 out, time to steady. Never in doubt once he had that steadying step. Keeps it low. Thompson again with some time from 60 to the square. Got plenty on it, and it's all the way home. Amazing.
Well, Phil Davis has just crashed into the back of his teammate on that occasion. I think they've cracked heads, and Davis came reeling out of the back of the pack. Again, from this free kick, Dangerfield out to Scotty Thompson, and from 55, he's just launched this one off 2 steps, and that's gone all the way. Now, Davis, if he judged that a bit better, he would have easily got a fist onto it, but it just comes cannoning straight into his teammate. Probably Poor Pleasure assisted in that collision as well.
A little bit of Three Stooges in that.
Hampton's got a sore back of his head, and Phil Davis is obviously really concerned about the front of his head and seeing a few stars at the moment.
Tom Scully, torpedo to full forward, long bomb. Off hands. All good hard commitment from both players. Talia slips it up just in time. Kick around the body from Smith. Again, hard commitment. Van Berlo. Right. Thompson. Just back off the bench. Sticky hand. Lynch.
Good strong hands there from Lynch. He needs to go. Oh, he's going to pass, is he?
Ball rolls to the back. Oh. And they were a little cautious dragging that through. Sean Edwards got there in the end.
Not sure your stance, Lynchy, but when you're first back into the team for an opportunity, I'm thinking Tom Lynch should go back and try and kick a little mini bag or get some scoreboard impact, put some pressure on at the selection table. Have a big day today in a game that they look likely to dominate the inside 50s.
Yep, and he's got every right to have a shot from that position, that's for sure.
Jekin certainly trying to do that, and Douglas, nice fly over the top.
15 minutes. Some players really sore out here.
A big knee to the jaw there has come through, and you know, he's very, very sore.
This kick to come from Douglas to make it 29. It'll be the biggest lead of the game. The Greater Western Sydney Giants on the ropes. But Martin might be done, and we know Henderson is done. Has been subbed out. That's a good grab against Brogan by Jacobs.
Been a good battle, that. Jacobs and Brogan, as Jacobs swings it in.
Sloan from outside 50. That is splendid. And Thompson feeds it wide. Right. Pops it in hope that Lynch could take the mark, and he's barely seen the Sharon. Fifth game for the Crows for Tom Lynch. Tippett, a late withdrawal. That was never in doubt.
Brogan, but 11-2 in favour of Jacobs. That has just been the theme of the year.
Bernie Vance spins it around the body with style. Lead out to 50. It's out on the full free kick. Lynch. Centering kick. Sloan really has to motor, and he got there. He's a confident man,
Oh, no.
Sloan.
He hasn't looked in their direction, so he's not going to.
He'd go alone. Sloan Ranger.
Why would you?
Puts it through. If they stay in the west of Sydney, of course.
Well, that's right.
Corns. Oh, beaten for it by Jenkins.
Done some nice things, Jenkins, as well.
Smith, short. Van Berlo. Van Berlo from outside 50. Again, that's a beautiful ball off the boot. 63 points and growing this margin. Spins it around the body. 58 points the margin. Van Berlo to Lynch. And he can line up 45-degree angle, which is not out of the realms of possibility given the close games they play. But Adelaide finished the year this year with 3 teams, Brisbane, Melbourne and the Gold Coast, so they can chalk up their percentage late this season as well as doing it this afternoon. Jacobs. And there's the case in point.
About to take those contested marks inside 50. Modern ruckmen need to do that.
He's #1 in the comp for hit-outs to advantage, and he can drift forward and kick goals like that. It's another string to his bow.
As a bona fide #1 ruckman.
Little toe away by Brodie Smith was clever. Van Berlo long. Poor Pleasure really had to make the ground and the commitment.
He's done well in the end to survive that.
Take a 60-metre bomb. Gets onto it. It rides and rides all the way there. 76 points the margin.
A different philosophy.
Yeah, it is, and we won't know really which one's correct or trouble.
Well,
Dangerfield
there's 2 balls on the ground.
feeds it off. Poor Pleasure. Well, that's hard to fathom. They allowed play to go on, but the goal will stand even though there were 2 Sharons there.
And as well, and the ball carrying ability. So, yeah, not ideal, I wouldn't have thought. But at least we've seen that he can take it outside as well.
And it's been a really major discussion point about Chris Judd's game over the last 4 or 5 weeks, where he's been getting a lot more uncontested footy. Certainly tires you, that's for sure.
Thompson, just inside 50. Goal umpire has a bit of dancing, but it sneaks in. Hack forward. Worked okay from McKay. Bounce kindly. Kick around the body, good from Smith. And Jenkins could line up. Back into the lineup this week. Game 6 of his AFL career. And that's a gem. And pumps it. Callan. Maybe 50.
Oh, he has.
It is.
He did that well, Callan, and actually got out the back. Knew that he was going to be an option for the next kick and just snuck out the back, and his direct opponent lost him. And he was had 20 metres of space.
Jeremy Cameron, move out. Jeremy Cameron, move out.
Pushes the lead out beyond 90. 94 points the margin. And it was right on too.
It was spot on.
Yeah.
He didn't know he was allowed to do it.
Sloan bends it around the body. He's a gun when he's on. And he's having an outstanding year, Rory Sloan.
Based on talent mainly.
Yeah, I like the stoppage scores. Just really well-drilled, strong-bodied teams. Great structures. As the Adelaide Crows have been today, they've just worked really well from the stoppages.
Callan to line up again. So that's why they've taken a few off, but they do lose Ricky Henderson, if you joined us late. The Adelaide Crows, he on crutches as we speak, and Callan puts it through the big ones.
At the MCG, round 23.
Yep.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
Well, it's all right for Hawthorn because they're home at least, but for the West Coast, probably not such a good thing. Sloan inside 50 to Jacobs.
Not really a different result overall. Gave the Cats enormous belief, that win.
Yep.
100-point margin still on offer. Jacobs kicks the goal, pushes it out to 99.
Across the game and certainly the season.
Dangerfield takes off. Still can break this past the 100-point margin. Knights, Douglas can send it to 3 figures. They lead by 105. For the new bub to miss the game. It's the first time a player is elected to do that in my memory. Just miss a game of footy because the bub has arrived. According to
very good.
Workplace.
And when you have the week
Nice
off
50-metre penalty there.
Okay.
at full pay,
3 goals, 2 so far. 4 goals, 2 now. At 111 points, the spanking.
is he?
Thump down, or maybe not. Speaking of Izzy, he just overran that. Couldn't trap it. Right does. The poor pleasure. Flicks it wide. Outside the... What about that? That's off the scale. Brodie Smith.
Oh, what a shot in the build-up. Oh, we're just getting distracted a little. Brodie Smith's kicked a magnificent goal there. The check side, as he's right across the body here. See the build-up here. Just gets over the back after the spoil. He has run over the ball there. But this is where the really good work starts. Paul Pleasure over the top. Oh, that's a nice goal. He's hit that beautifully.
Brenton Sanderson read this beautifully. Send him forward. He's a chance to win the NAB Rising Star. Get him a goal to finish it all off. Sometimes fairy tales don't happen. But it's a monstrous victory for the Adelaide Crows. It kind of went to script. Greater Western Sydney hung in there early. Adelaide just a 16-point lead at quarter time. But beyond quarter time, it was all Adelaide. A 119-point demolition. 27 goals, 16, 178 to 8-11, 59. And the Adelaide Crows right now top of the AFL ladder. Liam Pickering.